All right, Wolf Nation, welcome to tonight's contest between the Vallivue Falcons and the Timberline Wolves here at East Junior High. We got a beautiful night here. It's 75 degrees, cooling down a little bit from that, but it is gorgeous, so we are not complaining. Wolves are ready to go. So far undefeated, taking on a Vallivue team tonight. Let's see what we got going tonight, what we can do here. The theme of the week for Timberline by the coaching staff and the players was get out and win the first 5 minutes of this battle. We want to get off to a quick start and make it go. Shelby Idle getting the initial face-off. He's going to come down the middle. Looks like he's going to shoot and he's going to score. That's going to put the Wolves up 1-0 on the Shelby Idle face-off win. Make it, take it. He goes all the way on his own. Let's take a look at that one. That's going to make the score 1-0. All right, with the score 1-0 on the quick Shelby Idle score with 8 seconds that came off the clock. We got motion by Vallivue. Shelby Idle's 2 for 2 tonight. The Honey Badger. Oh, we got a ball on the field. Let's see if we can get that off. Thank you. Is he going to? All right, the official sees it. Wolves get a turn. All right, I'm going to be off for 1 second and grab that ball. Oh. On the good stick work. Pass, shoot, score. That's going to make it 2-0. Derek ran out right there, right on 35. All right, that makes it 2-0 Wolves. We were a little distracted by the errant ball on the field. Let's take a look at that one on instant replay. You've probably already seen it once. All right, we got the Honey Badger. He's back, taking his third face-off. It's 11-15. He's 3 for 3. He's waving his midfielders down the wings there. Fletch Scudder takes it on the left wing. He's going to kick it down the left over to Andrew Shaw. It's going to go to Dannenfeld over to Finn. Got a man coming in, Carson Hugerich. Wolves are going to rotate personnel. Ridley comes off. Boson comes on. Down the right wing, we got a dodge instantly. He's going to pull it down below cage over to Simon. Simon to Dannenfeld. Dannenfeld's going to take a dodge. He kicks it up top to Hugerich. And the Wolves are going to reset. Shaw with the dodge. Goalie save. Brogan gets the deflection. Wolves try to force one in the middle. It's picked off. Brogan Rice in cage for Vallivue tonight. He is not a stranger to the lacrosse world here in Idaho. He is a solid goalie. So the shots that the Wolves are going to have to make are going to have to be legit to get by him tonight. Vallivue is going to return the favor and toss it out of bounds. Got Ridley. He's going to kick it cross field over to Heine. Heine's going to kick it over to Stack. Stack brings it upfield. Defenders are back. Offense is on their side, and we're going to let this rip once again. Wolves are working it behind cage. Got Logan Lauber rotated in, number 27. Hugerich with the dodge. Kicks it back to Shaw. Shaw with the rip. Again, that's what we talked about. Brogan Rice with the save. Those are not going to come easy tonight against him. All right, good ride by Finn. Simons gets the ball. He kicks it up to Dannenfeld. Dannenfeld's looking. He dodges inside. He's going to get the shot. He bounces it off Brogan's chest. They'll figure it out, but they're going to have to earn these. That ball's going to come back. Let's see if Heine. Oh, that ball gets by Heine. Let's see if he can get back on that. Picked up by 14. Vallivue's going to get a turn on the offensive side of the field. All right, another theme the Wolves talked about this week was on the offensive side was passing up good looks for great looks. So we'll see if they work that ball around and try to minimize the amount of turnovers that we get this evening. Vallivue chucks one out of bounds. It's going to be brought in by Fletch. Scudder brings it to the middle. He's going to switch sides with Hugerich. All right, let's see what the Wolves can do here. Got Idle in. He's going to take a dodge down the right side. He blows by his man. He draws a slide. Oh, gets picked off by a defenseman. Long pole. And Wolves with the lucky bounce. Comes back over to Idle. Wolves are going to reset. No harm, no foul. Didn't turn the ball over. Recovered it. And they're going to reset. Try again. Hugerich with the dodge. Going to come back up top. Nothing there. Patience. Scudder with the dodge. Goes behind cage. Simon's got his highs up. He's looking. He's got a dodge inside. It goes off Brogan. Oh, scooped up on the other side. Ball out of bounds. Good looks by the Wolves. Score here 2-0 with 7:50 left in the first. Hugerich taking the dodge. Shaw sets the pick. Carson's across the top. He got hit as he was trying to let one loose. Wolves chance to ride. Let's see if they can put some pressure on Vallivue. Get this ball back. They got 20 seconds to get it across the midfield, and then they got an additional 10 seconds to get it into the attack box. So Brogan gets a nice, he throws one on a dime to the midfielder. Midfielder's going to get a touch. They're on the fast break, and that's going to be a Vallivue goal, making the score 2-1, Timberline. Well, the Falcons were very patient on that one. Brogan was waiting for his opportunity to catch the midfielder, and the Falcons were able to capitalize. So with 7:18 left, that's going to make the score 2-1, Timberline's advantage. Near side, Sam Boson. Far side, we've got Hayden Ridley. Shelby wins the faceoff. He takes it up the middle. He's looking. He gets it over there to Boson. Wolves are going to slow it down and look for that great look again. Ball comes up top to Idle. We're going to rotate some personnel on and off. Ridley's coming off. Hugerich comes on. Carson with the dodge down the right side. There's a guy across the middle. Boson's going to have a shot, point blank. Sucked up by Brogan Rice. Again, the Wolves are going to have to dial these shots in and start painting corners. Brogan's not going to give them up. Nice check by Shaw. Ball's down, but recovered by 14. There's another look across. And a shot. Backed up by Vallivue. Ball stays on the Vallivue sideline. Aiden Stack applying pressure behind cage. Falcons are going to pull it back up top. Try to reset. Vallivue moving it around on the edges right now. Really no threat from that far out. I think they're trying to move it fast enough to see if they can find a seam in the defense, but the Wolves are moving pretty steady and picked off by number 10, Ridley, on an errant pass across the middle. Ridley's coming. He kicks it left. One more pass down low. Dannenfeld with the shot and the score. Nicely done by the Wolves. Take a look at that one. That's going to make the score 3-1, Timberline on the Dannenfeld goal. Time remaining in the first period, 5 minutes, 39 seconds. Near side, Fletch Scudder. Far side, Anthony Barbera. The Honey Badger taking the face-off. I think Craig's out there. Dad's out there in Nashville, if I'm not mistaken. So hello to the idols in Nashville. Great night here in Boise. Shelby's staying on. He's going down the middle, directing traffic. He's looking for somebody. Nothing there. He's going to pull it back out. 7 chases him too far out. Shelby's going to take him to the house. He's going to roll back. Kicks that ball over to Carson. Carson gets the dodge down the middle. Right in front to Boson. Or that's Shaw, I'm sorry, number 36. Carson with the rip and the goal on the bouncer. That's going to make the score 4-1 on the Carson Hugerich bounce shot. Wolves really moving the ball well. Value in every possession. Not too many turnovers. Things definitely look a little cleaner than last week. Let's see. Joel Davis, number 15. They're going to call him for a push. The ball pops out. Let's see if they can scoop it up. All right, Wolves. Who wants it? Who wants it? Come on, Joel. 2 hands. 2 hands. We got a timeout, Vallivue. Back in. Oh, nope, stepped out of bounds. My mistake. They're on the far side. Hard to see sometimes. Wolves on the quick restart. They're coming down the right sideline. Carson's going to feed it across. Shaw to Dannenfeld, and another goal when Dannenfeld painting the corner. Nicely done. That's going to make the score 5-1 on the Dannenfeld score. Tell you what, one of the hallmarks of the Timberline team this year, all the attackmen, all the middies, really the entire team has bought into a team aspect of playing this sport, sharing the ball, moving it around. Nobody's padding stats. They're all going for the best shot that they can, the best look they can, and super proud of these guys and what they've been able to do so far this season. Hayden Ridley comes out of there with the ball. The vacuum, number 10, kicks it over to Shelby. Shelby's going to slow roll it down and kicks it over to Boson. He gets a touch. Ball's going to come below cage over to Dannenfeld, over to Simon. Misconnect. Oh, a fortuitous Fletch Scudder coming out of the substitution box. As they overthrow. Carson takes the dodge, gets by his first guy. He takes the bouncer with the left hand. It goes over the top. Dannenfeld closest to the ball when it went out of bounds. He's going to bring it up. He's going to take a dodge and take a shot. It's wide left. No backup there. Ball comes to Vallivue. This will give the Wolves a chance to ride. See if the Wolves can get this ball back. Finn Simon applying pressure to the long pole over there. He kicks it up to 14. Oh, ball down. Simon knocks it out on the trail check. Over to Dannenfeld. Dannenfeld to Fletcher. Oh, could not make the connection. Ball scooped up by Shaw. Right idea. Got a yellow call from the coaching staff. They want to slow things down and get some players in. Let's see who's coming in there. Sam Boson, he's going to take a dodge. He goes down the right side. Nothing there, rolls it back. They bring it back behind cage. Dannenfeld with the dodge. He looks, brings it up to Fletch. Got some trading of personnel again. Hayden comes off. Logan Lauber comes on. Logan's going to take a dodge. He takes the bounce shot. He misses wide right. Backed up by Connor. Connor's going to bring this ball in. Score 5-1 with 2:40 left in the first period. Connor taking checks. They swapped. He kicks it up high to Scudder. Scudder to Boson. They're going to get their rotation going as Boson takes the dodge down the right. Nothing there. Simon's looking. Let's go, Connor. Pick it up. There we go. Wolves are going to reset. Simon off the dodge. He's looking. Nothing there. Ball comes up top. See if Scudder takes a shot. Bounce shot goes over the top. All right, Dannenfeld with the dodge. He goes by one defender, too. Somebody's got to be. He takes the shot, but it's knocked down by the defender. Wolves had numbers. Shaw brings it up. He plays give and go with Simon. Simon drills a left-hander in there into the corner. That's going to make the score 6-1. Again, well played by the Wolves. All right, score is 6-1 with a minute 57 left in the first period. I think the Wolves, it's safe to say, have come out the way they wanted to. They've come out strong. Shelby Idle taking the face-off. That ball is knocked around. It's going to go back to Hugerich. Carson's going to bring it back to the center to Idle. Idle's looking, goes to Ridley. Ridley, the long stick midi, he usually rotates off on offense. He's probably going to roll out of there now. Ridley comes off. We've got one waiting on the far side, Boson. Boson comes in. He immediately hits the Jets. Little contact. They bring it below cage. Got one up top. Shelby Idle. Defense had time to recover. Carson's going to take a peek at it. Comes across the middle to Shaw, and Shaw with the quick stick. Nicely done. That's going to make it 7-1. One minute, 11 seconds left in the first period. The Honey Badger taking the face-off. He's got a great percentage going tonight. Got Scudder near side, Ridley far side. We got motion on Vallivue. Idle wins another one. Kicks it over to Scudder. They bring it down. Let's see if the Wolves play for the last shot with just over a minute left to play in the first period. Idle takes the dodge down the right. Defender gets a stick in there. Wolves with the hard ride. They're trying to get it back. Vallivue's going to scoop the ground ball and move it down the other way. That's going to get picked up by Gus. Let's see if Gus, get it out of there, Gus. All right. Oh, Gus has got a case of the drops right now. Gus. All right, let's see. We got timeout White. A fortuitous timeout. And the Wolves are going to retain possession with 31.7 left in the first. We'll be back in 2 minutes. All right, we're back. Oh, there's some flag on the ground. Looks like it's going to be on the Wolves. Flag on. We're trying to see what they're going to call. I think so. I can't imagine what in the world got called, but we don't know. We don't know what got called. But regardless, there's a flag on the ground, and Shaw is in the penalty box. Oh, you know what it probably was? Stick check. So that's a pretty hefty penalty. That's going to put us. Do you know what that penalty time is? It's like 2 or 3 minutes, and it's non-releasable if I'm not mistaken. So Andrew Shaw going into jail for 2 or 3 minutes. So that's going to put the Wolves man down. We'll show you a graphic on a stick check here down the road. Essentially, after a lot of times near the end of the first quarter, the officials will check, and the sticks can't have too deep a pocket for the players. And if it does, it makes it easier for them to keep the ball in their stick, of course. And if you get busted with a bad stick, it's like we said, it's a hefty penalty. So we think the Wolves are going to be man down for at least 2 or 3 minutes. And let's see, is that going to stay in? It is. So the Falcons are going to keep the ball. I think they're going to run this one out. That's going to be the end of the first. Score 7-1. The Wolves are man down, and we'll be back at the beginning of the second quarter. All right, our table personnel don't know it, but they're on candid camera right now. So we got Josh Renz is the caller. He's helping the scorebook person out. We got Kelly Ridley, jack of all trades. We don't know what she's doing. Probably the timer. I'm going to guess Sarah Scudder, or no, Melissa's doing the scorebook. And Sarah's probably running the clock. So, yeah. So there you go. There's the table. Hello, Wolves family over there. All right, we are back. 12 minutes, beginning of the second period, score 7-1. The Wolves are man down. Traditionally, not a good look for the Wolves. I would not say we have a great percentage when we are man down, but we're going to see what happens here. So, with that, on the non-releasable stick penalty, the Wolves stand tall on the first go-round. They get the ball back. You got Heine back there with it. He's going to roll back and kick it over to Knutson. Knutsen's looking for somebody. I don't see a whole lot of action going on right here. Let's try to move the ball. They're trying to move it down to a midi. There we go. Dannenfeld comes open on the far side. Let's see if he gets a dodge. Dannenfeld gets a touch. He's going to dance around. So basically the Wolves are going to try to keep this ball behind cage and see if they can kill the 2 minutes off this clock till they can get full strength. Connor kicks it over there to Scudder. Scudder gets to do the dance behind the cage now. He's got wheels as well, so good luck trying to catch him back there. So in theory, Vallivue could double the ball, and it looks like they just figured that out. They're going to try that, so let's see if somebody pops open for Fletch. Fletch has got a man. Oh, he beats his double team. He's looking. Oh, he comes across. And the Wolves score. Man down on the Scudder to Dannenfeld combo. Nicely done. That's going to make the score 8-1. on the man down goal by Timberline. When Scudder beat that double team, that spelled trouble for the Falcons. And he made them pay. Nice assist, nice crisp pass by Scudder over to Dannenfeld, and Dannenfeld gets the slam dunk on the crease. Right? I believe you are correct. That might be a hat trick for Dannenfeld tonight. He might be in the hat trick range. He can thank his teammates for that. Idle with the face-off win. That's going to help kill the penalty big time. He's going to get it over to Hugerich. Wolves get a touch, so there's no limit to how long they can hold on to the ball. We got one player in. We're still man down. We got to be getting closer. And it looks like we are back to even. Hugerich with the shot. He goes stick high to Brogan. He eats that up. That's not going to fly against him. We're going to have some good shot practice tonight against Brogan. And they chuck it out of bounds. Return the favor. And quite honestly, he may not have even seen that one coming. The sun is setting to the west at what time we got here? Almost 7 o'clock. And I think that was literally right in his face, the sun. Oh, almost 8 o'clock. So that's tough to see at that angle. So something they're going to have to keep in mind till that sun gets all the way down. Ball comes up to Andrew Shaw. He gets a touch. Wolves are going to reset up 8-1 with 9:30 left in the second. Boson takes the dodge. Again, showing patience. Idle gets the dodge. He beats his man. He takes the shot wide right. Ball out of bounds, backed up by Simon. Simon brings the ball up the wing. He's going to take a shot. Saved by Brogan. Dannenfeld tries to get the rebound, but it's sucked up by Brogan. Vallivue's got to work toward. Oh, he makes the connection and he misses the pass. Ridley with the open net. Bounces it over the top. No bueno. That's going to, ball belongs to Vallivue. Wolves are going to try to ride and see if they can get it back. Brogan's going to throw it to the man coming out of the sub box. They make a connection and advance the ball onto their side of the field. They get a touch, a shot wide right. Backed up by the Falcons. Ball stays with Vallivue. We got a whistle. Let's see. Oh, we got some balls that they got to move out of the way. All right. All right, ball scooped out of there by Carson Hugerich. He's on the move. Nice D. He kicks it down to Simon. And they're going to wisely reset. Wolves are going to bring it back up top. I think the message has hit home and been received. Oh, we got a flag down. Obviously, with the Wolves possessing the ball, that's going to be against Vallivue. That is probably not going to work to their favor, them going man down. Quick stick. Carson shoots one. It's wide. All right. Wolves are going to go man up with 7:58 left in the second. Score 8-1. Simon brings the ball up from behind X. Kicks it over to Shaw. Shaw to Dannenfeld. Takes the shot. High. Backed up by Simon. I think Uncle Mike's watching from out east. Watching his nephew, Connor. Ball comes up top. Rotates around. Dannenfeld over to Simon. Simon takes the shot. It's knocked down by a defender. Bud Ellis, grandfather to Finn Simon. Are you out there in Florida tonight watching? For those of you that don't know, KTLN is now KTLN International. We have viewers from Melbourne, Australia watching. It is about 11:30 in the morning, almost noon. It's probably noon by now over in Melbourne. So Sandy and Gary, welcome from Melbourne. Ball brought in by Carson. Carson's going to kick it up top to Shelby. Shot by Scudder, wide right. Gigi down in Snyder, Texas. We can hear you rooting for Shelby from down there. We got Ben and Cheryl, also known as Lolly and Pop, over in Lubbock. And like we said, old Dad, he's over in Nashville. So hi to Craig. Craig's he's our VP, so he helps out, does a lot of things for us here with the club. All right, Wolves working back up top. They're going to work it around, looking for that good shot. Scudder's got his hands free. He goes stick high to Brogan, who sucks that one up. Got to dial those in. Ball kicking around. Let's see what we got here. We got a push on Black. Ball staying with the Wolves. And we are back to even. Ball comes up top, over to Idle. Idle to Dannenfeld. Back over to Scudder. Hands free again. He gets a bouncer this time. Again knocked down by Brogan. Hugerich is coming off. Bosun's going to come on. While the Wolves burn a little clock. They're going to kick it over to Bosun coming out of the sub box. He's going to take the dodge down the left lane. Let's see where he goes with it. He goes to the center. Ball comes over to Scudder. They go below cage to Simon. Simon to Dannenfeld. Heads up top to Bosun. He's probably going to have a shot here, it looks like. Nope, they're going to kick it back. Solid defense. Wolves being patient. No hurry. Assist. Dannenfeld takes it off Brogan's face mask. Ball stays with Timberline. Ball comes up top. Quick recovery. Whoop. I think that Sun's still playing tricks with him a little bit. It's almost down. Scudder with the dodge. 21. He gets the left-hand goal. Nice shot by Fletch. Let's take a look at that one. That's going to make the score 9-1 on the Scudder goal. A lefty bouncer nonetheless with 5:10 left in the second. Sun's almost down. It's just about gone. Just a little peek on the far side. Got the Honey Badger taking another face-off. The Honey Badger just don't quit. He comes out of there with it again. Shelby's on a roll. Makes this game a lot easier. Kicks it to Shaw. Shaw with the bouncer. Again knocked down by Brogan. Brogan's going to come out to the left wing to one of his long poles. Long pole brings it up. They throw it away. Scooped up by Anthony Barbera. Barbera gets it down there to Simon. And the Wolves are going to get a chance to reset with the score 9-1, 4:40 left in the second. Bonnie and Ron Lambertson out there in Easton, Maryland. Carson's having a great season so far. Carson's one of our seniors, number 7. He's got the ball right now. He's going to move it around. Looks like Idle's going to take the shot. A little bit hot, low to high, comes over the top, backed up by Simon. Captain Michael Heine out in Greensboro, Georgia. Got Jacob on defense, number 5. Jacob's going to go to RIT for school and play lacrosse for them as well. Had the shot by Dannenfeld knocked down. Wolves recover, and the Wolves are going to reset up top with Hugerich coming over to Bosun. Bosun takes a dodge. Nothing there. He's going to kick it below to Shaw. Shaw kicks it over to Simon. Simon's going to get a look. He tries the low shot. Knocked down by Rice. Tries to kick it out to his long pole, scooped up by a midi, number 14. 14 brings the ball down. Idle's looking for the trail check. Knocks it loose, but it's recovered by 14. And I think we got a timeout, Vallivue, to maintain possession. Back in 2 minutes. All right, well, we got 2 minutes on the timeout. I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't know. Vallivue? I don't know. Let's see here. All right, well, we got a couple minutes here. The Wolfpack Classic. So, club lacrosse is considered a club sport in Idaho. Not a sanctioned sport, so that means we got to self-fund. So we're going to have a big golf tournament coming up here. So for those of you out there, we got all sorts of ways that you can help contribute to the Wolves. If you're a supporter or you got a player on the team, we'd love to have your help. You don't have to play golf. You can. There's an e-bike raffle. You can sponsor a coach. You can sponsor a golf cart or a hole. Scan that QR code that's on there, and we would love to have your support and assistance in making another great season for Timberline lacrosse. So the Wolfpack Classic coming at you April 27th, I believe, a Sunday. All right, we're back. 3:30 left in the second period. Scored 9-1 Timberline. Vallivue with that well-placed timeout retains possession. He's going to dodge. That ball's knocked out of there by Davis Renz. Davis Renz has got the ball on the ground. Let's see who comes out of there with it. It's going to roll down. Let's see if it's an over and back. Oh, ball's down. Comes in and out of a stick. Simon scoops it up. He's looking. He's looking. Wolves are going to settle down. Oh, they just miss. Dannenfeld had Ridley coming across the center there. The long pole's going to take the shot and the score. Ridley smelled goal. And the score by Hayden, with the long pole nonetheless, is going to make it 10-1 for the Wolves. Nicely done by the vacuum. Didn't even require him to get a ground ball on that one. All right, the Honey Badger back out there at Faceoff X. This side, Hayden Ridley. Far side, Carson Hugerich. The vacuum scoops it out of there, kicks it over to Carson. Almost made it look like that required effort. Not quite. Carson's going to bring it down here to Simon. And the Wolves are going to set up once again. Idle's coming off. Looks like Scudder's coming on. Ridley's coming off. Bosun's coming on. Ball goes over to Bosun. Sun is officially down. We have reached sunset, sports fans. Still a beautiful night here. Wolves are going to be patient, work it down below X. Up. Dannenfeld's bringing it up. Kicks it up to the wing, over to the center. Bosun's got a dodge. Let's see. He pulls it back out. Again, Wolves aren't looking for the good shot. We're looking for the great shot. Super patient, working it around, heads up. Simon's looking. He's looking. Nothing there. Pulls it over to Dannenfeld. Dannenfeld kicks it to the wing. Carson with the rip. Sucked up by Brogan Rice. Notice a theme here. Brogan's one of the better goalies here in the Valley. He is legit. Pressure being applied. Ball's down. That defender needs to. Dannenfeld's applying pressure. Let's see if the. Oh, that's going to be. Is that timeout? Timeout. They saved that one. It was almost going to be failure. All right, we'll be back in 2 minutes. All right, we are back coming out of the timeout. Wolves up 10-1 with a minute 25 left in this second period. All right, Vallivue's got the ball with that timeout. They're going to kick it to the far side. He's going to get double teamed almost immediately. Oh, they're going to call something on us. I don't even know what that is. A trip? Something like that. Oh, they're going to throw it out of bounds. And they're going to keep the ball because of the penalty. All right, we got a push with possession, I believe. 30-second technical foul. Wolves are going to be man down. Let's give you that. Oh, Davis is all over it. That dude is like a lion. Snags that ball away, and unfortunately, that part was not on his highlight reel. He chucks it out of bounds. So, great initial play, followed by the miscue. We'll get that. All right. Falcons get the ball back. Wolves are still man down. They try to get a feed, and they get one with the goal. That's going to make the score 10-2 off the Vallivue goal. That was a pretty awesome feed. Was that a BTB? All right, we're not sure. Hard to tell from here, but regardless, it was a good score. 10-2. Timberline's up with 44 seconds left. All right, let's see what the Wolves got here. We got Ridley near side. We got Bosun far side. We got the Honey Badger at the Faceoff X. We got Motion. They are itchy because they're facing Shelby. Shelby wins that one by default. He comes over to Hayden. Hayden's going to rip one down the right side and scores. He launched that one with authority, with the windup. That had some serious smoke coming off it. That's going to make the score 11-2 on the Ridley goal. I'm going to have to check that net for rips and tears after that halftime. Thanks, Hayden. Appreciate that. All right, 11-2 with 36 seconds left. Falcons are rotating faceoff personnel through, trying to stave off the Honey Badger without success. Shelby comes up with another one, kicks it over. Comes back to Shelby. He's looking right. He's thinking about it. Ball comes over. Ridley's going to rip another one. Goalie save. Ridley smelled the goal twice. He was going for it. Timeout White with 21 seconds. We'll be back. All right, we're back. 21 seconds left. Score 11-2. Let's see if the coach drew something up. Wolves are going to have the ball on the offensive side of the field. Let's see who's hiding down here. We got Finn Simon. Bud Ellis is over in Florida. That's Finn's grandfather. He's number 14. Ball comes up top to Idle. We got 13 seconds left. See what the coach drew up. 18 comes underneath to Shaw. Shaw behind. Oh, they drop it. Scooped up by Simon. Comes up top. Carson's going to rip. And he gets the score. Woo! That's some serious points for our man. We don't know what that's going to hit for tonight as well. He's got a bunch. Take a look at that one. I'm not sure who had the assist on that one. Simon, I think. I think Simon had the assist. That's going to make the score 12-2. Again, for those of you that were not here for the JV game, we are down the most valuable player on the KTLN crew tonight, Chip Cooper, out in Sardinia, Ohio. So we apologize in advance for the film quality and the announcer quality. But you know what? You get what you pay for, and that's all you're going to get tonight. So thank you to Derek Scudder and myself for trying to make this thing work. All right, that's going to be halftime. We got a 10-minute half, so we will be back in 10 minutes. Adios. Listen, we almost had to go to Barbera when Scudder wasn't around. All right. He was getting it talking to. Yeah. Whatever. She's not turning him off at 9:15. All right. Oh, did that not count? Guess not. Bounced off 3 rails, but it's not a score. All right. So, score 12-2 with 11:25 in the third. Third period gets underway. Scudder to Dannenfeld. He takes a dodge. Oh, ball comes out. He kicks it down to Simon. Simon's going to take a dodge up the left side. Over to Hugrich. Back up top to Idle. Over to Dannenfeld. Wolves are moving it around. And the shot. Goalie save. Ball comes up on the ground, being fought for. Let's see. It's on the ground, scooped up by the Honey Badger. Kicks it over there to Ridley. Ridley's going to scoop it up. He flicks it over there to Shaw. Down to Dannenfeld. Back to Shaw. And the Wolves are going to reset after a chaotic. Hugrich comes on. He's going to kick it down there. Below cage to Simon. Got a cutter. Nope, cutter's not open. Simon's looking, coming up top to Idle. Over to Hugrich. I smell a cannon. Bounced off the goalie. Goalie save. Bonnie and Ron Lambertson out in Easton. That's your man, number 7 out there. Connor's got the whole crew out there, number 18. He's going to take the shot. Oh, he gets it off the pipe. He's got Big Al down in Arizona. Logan, his big brother, is the JV head coach for Chandler down in Arizona. He's got a game tonight, so he's busy coaching. He better not be watching or he'll be in trouble. Then you got Catherine the Great's over in Florida watching. That's Grandma. Ball comes over to Dannenfeld. They're working it around. Oh, one more. There's an opening. Oh, it got a little stick on it just in time. Ball comes wide right. Wolves retain possession on the shot. Ball comes up top. Round to Dannenfeld. Dannenfeld with the bottom right corner in the goal. Nice shot, Connor. That one's for Uncle Mike out there in Raleigh, North Carolina. Hi, Uncle Mike. Let's take a look at that one on the instant replay. That's going to make it 13-2. At 12 goal differential, you go to a running clock. So one more goal, we're going to go to a running clock here, folks. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Score 13-2 with 9:18 left. Got the Honey Badger taking the faceoff. Near side, Bosun. Far side, Barbera. Ball down. Everybody's going for it. Still rustling around there. Barbera comes out of there with it. He comes down the left wing. He's looking. He's going to kick it to a shorty. Ball comes over to Shaw. John and Irma are here in Boise. They're Andrew Shaw's relatives, and Ruth's out in D.C. If you're watching tonight, Andrew's having a heck of a season as well. The Wolves are looking solid. They're currently the number 1 ranked team in the state of Idaho, but they have no intention of letting that be their calling card, and they're going to keep grinding until the last game on May 17th. That's our goal, is the championship game at the end of the season. So the rest are just practice games. All right, ball comes back behind cage. Timberline continues to work it around. A lot of patience. Comes up top to 18 on the wing. Got Logan Lauber in there now. The issue is that Vallivue's not sliding super quick. So I think Timberline's expecting them to slide, but they're not. Simon with the shot. Another goalie save. Let's see if Timberline rides and gets that ball back. Brogan throws a dart to a long stick, number 19. The Falcons get the ball across midfield. They're going to get a touch. He's being double teamed by 2 Wolves. Let's see if they can get that ball down. Gets it out of there and back to the center. Oh, ball shot, low bouncer. Kind of deflects off Gus and sneaks in there. Goal is a goal. That's going to make it 13-3. So, all right, score 13-3 with 7 minutes left. Shelby wins yet another face-off. He kicks it up fast. Wolves on a fast break. Comes over to Scudder. And it looks like there was nothing there, so the Wolves are going to slow it down. Scudder's inching up. They're not going to respect him. He's going to let one rip. Saved by Brogan. You got to paint corners on this guy from that far out. Wolves are riding hard. They're going to Vallivue's going to chuck one out of bounds, so that's going to go back to Timberline. Scudder's going to pick it up on the sideline. He's going to get the quick restart. He brings it across midfield. He's going to get a touch across the 30. Hugerich with the dodge. Low bouncer. Sucked up by Brogan again. He gets the long outlet pass. Handcuffs the defender. Ball's down. Let's see who comes out of there with it. And Vallivue gets the ground ball. Got Jacob Heine out there applying pressure to number 14. Captain Heine's out there in Greensboro, Georgia. They try the pass down the middle, and it is no connection there, so it goes across midfield. That's going to be an over and back. Scooped up by the Wolves. Oh, Hayden throws one a little low. Couldn't handle that one. Was that a tip? Oh, so the Wolves think. Oh, they're going to say it was not a tip. I think the Wolves thought it was a tip, but doesn't matter what the Wolves think. The referees, the guy in the zebra shirts, get to make the call. So ball comes to the Falcons. He gets handcuffed again on a tough pass. Let's see, ball's down. Let's see who comes out of there with it. Hayden Ridley, the vacuum, sucks it up. Gets the pass to Boson. Boson fumbles the pass. Ball's on the ground. Oh, I don't know what that is. So that's another ball out of bounds. Another error by the Wolves. That's the stuff we got to clean up as the season progresses here. Okay. Howdy, what's up? Yeah. Okay. 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 At 9. So we should be done. So they're gonna stop a high school athletic event to turn the lights off if we got a couple minutes left. Talk to Brett. Okay, I think we'll be done. I know. Try to hold off as long as you can, but I understand I know you're stuck. Okay. Hopefully we'll be done. I know you're the middleman, so it's fine. But try not to be early. You know what I mean? All right. And I'm going to try to call Brett if I need to. All right. All right. Thanks. Okay. So, for those of you that didn't hear, Supposedly we're going to get the lights turned off on us at 9:15. So tell you what, the Wolves would be really beneficial if we could go up 12 and keep this train moving. That's a conversation with the athletic director for another day. So dodge, shot, bouncer by Logan Lauber. Chrissy and Robin are over in Indianapolis. Their grandparents, Tom and Joanne Lauber, in Dayton, Ohio, and Aunt and Uncle Bernadette and Dave Pasquale are in Pennsylvania. Logan with the nice shot. He's getting some varsity time today. And they're going to say that closest to the ball was Vallivue, apparently. All right, Aaron pass by Vallivue. Oh, and the shot and the score by Andrew Shaw. Nice defense by Andrew Shaw to turn that into a Wolves goal. That's going to make the score 14-3. All right, Wolves get the ball back on the failed clear by Vallivue. Let's see if the Wolves can knock it. If the Wolves can knock another one in here, that's going to make the score 15-3 with the 12-goal differential. And we're going to move to a running clock. So ball comes up top to Shelby. He kicks it over to, let's see, who we got there? Shaw. Shaw's going to go to Carson. Carson with the goal. Nice shot, Carson. And I believe we are now going to go into a running clock. That was a nice, quick shot by Carson Hugerich. The jump shot. All right, score 15-3. I believe on the face-off we moved to a running clock. Yep. Officials briefing the table. Table controls all that on the other side. All right, in the meantime, we got Fletch Scudder on near side, far side Hayden Ridley, the Honey Badger at the face-off X. Shelby's fighting for it. He takes it out there clean. He goes up the middle. He's going to kick it left. Oh, Shaw was thinking about pulling the trigger. Oh, Fletch gets it stripped with the trail stick. Trail check. Let's see. Scudder applying pressure on 19. Ball down. He comes out of there with it. Go Fletch, go. Kicks it up front to 95. Number 95 is Will Principi. Oh, pass a little high, but it's backed up. Rattles around between Shaw and Danifal. They scoop it up. So the Wolves got a couple substitutions in here that you probably wouldn't normally see in a tight varsity game, but that's all right. Will's another one of our fantastic seniors that the Wolves have got on the team this year. I think we're graduating 11 seniors this year. Got a dodge down the right. Sam pulls it back out. Wolves are going to spin it counterclockwise. Hugerich with the dodge. His hands are free. Takes the shot. Scooped up by Brogan. And the Wolves are going to ride. Let's see if they can. They got, again, 20 seconds across midline. Oh, that was an errant pass by Brogan. Pretty uncharacteristic for him. So that's going to be a failed clear by Vallivue. Ball comes back to Timberline. After rooting around a few lacrosse bags over there, they find the ball, and they're back in business. Ball comes up top to Logan Lauber. Logan's one of our 9th graders. Future of the program. Scudder comes across the middle. He tries to get the feed. Oh, he gets it to Dannenfeld, but there's nothing there. Oh, Dannenfeld's going to redodge, and he gets the shot for the score. Yeah, just didn't want the assist. Selfish, selfish. Connor. All right, there you go. Nicely done, Connor. He painted that top left corner on that one. That's going to make the score 16-3. All right, we got 27 seconds left. Again, the clock does not stop, so this game is going to be humming right along here in the last quarter. It'll only stop on timeouts or injuries. We will easily be done by 9:15. No crisis tonight, but that's a discussion for tomorrow. Yay, just what I'm looking forward to, another discussion. Right? Oh, let's transition back. All right, you saw that replay 19 times. Sorry about that. All right, that's the end of the third quarter with the score 16-3. Timberline's got this one well in hand. All right, we are back. Start of the fourth quarter. Again, we're under a running clock with Timberline up by more than 12 goals in lacrosse high school. If you go up by 12 or more in the second half, it goes to a running clock and will not go back to normal time, even if they pull within 12. So this fourth quarter is going to fly by. All right, the Honey Badger wins another faceoff. He's got an open look. He's thinking about it. He takes a shot. It's knocked down by Brogan. Goalie save. Brogan gets it up to the midfield, number 18. He's looking to dodge. He throws it to the player coming out of the substitution box, who brings it down the right wing. Long shot. A little too long. Sucked up by Gus. Goalie save. Long outlet pass up there to Ridley. Ridley's going to get the clear across the middle over to Scudder. Scudder's going to bring it up the middle. Let's see if there's anything there. He's got his younger brother harassing him from the sidelines. I can hear him back there. Go Finn, go. All right, Wolves are going to go back to work. Let's see what they got in store here. They're going to get at least 100. 100 is at least one time around. Hugerich with the shot. Bouncer over the top. Backed up by Simon. Ball stays with Timberline. Simon's taking a dodge up the right. He's looking. Oh, there's the quick shot. Nice assist. Simon to Shaw with the shot right on the doorstep. What did I say? Let me adjust this. 17 to. Not supposed to have double digits here. You're saying it's not focused on there? It looks fine on mine. Listen, we ain't getting younger. All right, scores. I got that as 17 to 3. I don't think the scoreboard's caught up yet. Shelby gets the feed. Quick one over there to Simon. Simon misses it wide left. I don't know why the table doesn't have 17. Yeah, I think it's 17. You can text the table for me. I can't imagine why they wouldn't have counted it. Well, we're staying with 17. We're pretty sure that's right, that the table's in error, but we'll see. It's kind of irrelevant. All right, Wolves take a dodge. Ball comes out to Shaw. Shaw takes the shot, backed up by Simon. Oh, we got a player down. Let's see. That's Connor. I'm Connor's dad, so I'm not happy to see that. So let's see. He is holding his knee. All right. Well, let's see if he gets up. He's thinking about it. We got a trainer on site. All right, we'll be back in 1 minute. All right, Connor's up. He's walking it off. I'll get the full debrief on that one later. He's walking, so that's a good sign. He's not walking at full speed. I think that's the last we're going to see at number 18 tonight. He's going to go get checked out by the trainer. All right, so they need to restart the clock. Hello, table. All right, clock restarts. Score is 17-3. They got that as well. Yeah. Listen, we can't do everything over here, Derek. I mean, we got to keep an eye on the table and the Renzes and Ridleys. I mean, come on. What kind of operation do they run around this joint? All right, in the meantime, we're all caught up. Connor comes off. Hopefully he's going to be okay. He's getting looked at by the trainer. So we appreciate St. Al's providing trainers here that they can help keep our athletes in good fighting shape. All right, Wolves retain possession with 8 minutes, a little over 8 minutes to go. Carson's going to start with the dodge on the top. He gets by his man. He takes a shot. It comes off Brogan. The rebound picked up by Scudder. Scudder kicks it behind Cage to Shaw. Shaw brings it up top to Hugerich again, who's going to take a dive. He's going to take the left shot off the iron. Oh, Carson gets his own rebound. Ball comes over to Idle. Idle gets it over there to Shaw, who takes the corner off of Brogan. Well, no shortage of goalie saves tonight. And the Falcons are going to turn it over after all that work, and they're going to toss it out of bounds. All right, Wolves are going to spin it around again, take a look at things. Ball comes up to Carson. Carson tries to drop it down low in there to Idle. He shoots, but it's wide left. Ball backed up by Timberline. Right? Brogan, get your head out from in front of the ball. All right, spin, spin, shot. Wide right. .645 left in this one. Ball starts behind Cage with Simon. He's looking. He tries to get the feed to Shaw. They don't connect on that one. Ball's down. Falcons scoop it out of there. They get the ball back to the goalie. Goalie kicks it over to a short stick. Flag down. That was inadvertent, but the Wolves are going to go man down. Falcons get and they throw it away, out of bounds, but they're going to retain possession on the penalty. So that's going to put the Wolves man down with 6:08 left. The score 17-3. All right, we're back. We got 5:30 left. Wolves are man down. So let's see what Vallivue is going to run as a man-up play. They try to get the feed to the crease. Couldn't quite connect, but it looks like ball's down, scooped up by Davis. Renz. Oh, couldn't connect. Jacob Heine's going to scoop it up. He's going to take the shot. He smells pole goal over the top. All right. All right. All right. Timberline throws the ball out of bounds. And timeout, Timberline. We'll be back in 2 minutes. All right, we're back. 4:56 left. Falcons with the ball on the Timberline turnover. They're going to switch sides. They're going to rotate it around. Let's see. They should, in theory, have an extra man. The Wolves are still man down, but they're going to come out. Ball's on the ground. There, you almost got it. Where's that ball at? It's kind of zinging down the field. It's bouncing around midfield. All right. The Wolves are riding hard. Yikes. I can't believe they came out of there with that. All right. Vallivue survives the Wolves' onslaught. They clear midfield. They got a touch. They're going to try to throw it in there. 17's going to take a dodge. Ridley's working on him. Shot wide left on the bouncer, backed up by number 6. Ball stays with the Falcons. 4 minutes left in this one. All right. All right, that's going to be a slash on Davis. I'm going to guess that's going to be 1 minute. And the Wolves are going to stay man down. So I'll just leave that man down graphic up there. Clock's still running, 3:35. Okay, my wife keeps texting me, giving me the update on Connor. He's okay, but he's not coming back in this game. All right, so with 3 minutes left, Vallivue's man up, Wolves man down. Let's see what. Oh, they get the shot and the score. That's going to make the score 17-4. And all right, so for those of you out there, the Wolves are going to have basically a week off. Their next game's going to be against against Boise, I believe. Is it Mountain View or Boise? No, Boise's next week. Yeah, Ridley's yelling at me to turn my phone ringer off. Well, I can't. I'm in Do Not Disturb. My wife keeps texting me, so you get what you get. All right, Wolves on offense. Under 2 minutes. Idle's going to get the shot. Oh, that's going to leave a mark. Number 13 takes one for the team. That's going to leave a nice welt on the thigh. Ridley's going to come off. Carson's going to come on. Let's see if the Wolves do anything with the minute 30 left. Carson's going to dodge right down the alley. Kicks it to the middle. Shaw takes the shot and picked up by the goalie. Goalie save. Tries to get a clear. Scooped up by Heine. Heine's going to get the clear. We got a yellow call by the coach. Idle comes back across. Heine goes back on his defensive side. Timeout White. Okay, with 59 seconds left. Timeout. All right. We're under a minute, 59 seconds. Wolves called the timeout. Let's see what they got cooking here. We got the we got the flick play. Goes over to Shaw. Misses. Ball backed up by Timberline. We're at 30 seconds. 17-4. All right, Scudder behind cage. He's taking a look around, seeing who's out there. Ball comes over to Carson. He takes a swim dodge. He's going to have a shot, and it's knocked down. Kicked over there to Brogan. That's going to be a wrap, folks. We got 11 seconds left. And oh my gosh, picked off by Shelby, number 1. All right, let's see. And that's going to be a wrap. All right, folks, 17-4 here at East Junior High School. The Wolves victorious over the Falcons. We'll see you in next week when the Wolves take on the Boise Brave. Have a great night.